What's good, family? It's your boy Just Blaze, host of the best NBA pod in the game, Above the Rim. Keep it locked each week and join myself and a special guest as we tackle the latest rumblings in the league. If it's happening in the NBA, you know I got you covered. Make sure you subscribe on all platforms and leave that 5-star review. Let's get it.
Are we ready? I guess not.
Talk about it.
You are now tuned in to Above the Rim.
Family, welcome to another edition of Above the Rim, the latest edition of Above the Rim, episode 110, 110 episodes, brought to you as always, you already know, by your honorable host, Justin, aka Just Blaze. And joining me this week, I got my dog here, all the way from episode numero uno.
Oak.
The Free Oak episode. Friend of the show, my boy Dama. What's good, my brother?
What it do, baby?
My man is back, and good to have you back, brother.
Yeah, man. So I'm always glad to be here, man.
You know it. And as always, family, you already know you can listen to Above the Rim anywhere you listen to podcasts: iTunes, Stitcher, Google, Spotify, YouTube, lineups.com. To get in contact with me on Twitter, you can follow me at JustBlaze_513. That's JUSBLAZE_513. On IG, it's JustBlaze513. On Facebook, search Above the Rim Podcast. Email the show as well. Above the Rim NBA Podcast at gmail.com. Call up to Talk About It line. Talk about it! Leave those voicemails, leave those hate mails. You know Damo left a couple of voicemails on the show. Every time something goes wrong, Damo leaves a voicemail.
I'm notorious. I gotta leave a voicemail when I know I ain't gonna be a guest. I gotta let my presence be felt.
Yes, for sure. And so family, send those in as well, man. That's 908-718-1592. And yo, Damo, Fantasy League is on and popping right now. It's on and popping.
Bruh,
How you feeling, brother?
I'm not feeling too good, man. I got the injury bug on my squad right now.
You do.
I felt real good about the team I have, but everybody seems to be getting injured, you know? So
It's just like night one of the NBA season. At the end of draft night, you always feel good about your team.
yeah.
You know, but
And then
you
the
had
injuries.
Oh yeah, you got Steph on your team.
I got Steph, Blake.
Oh, Blake. But damn, Blake didn't even play yet.
He just came back tonight, actually.
He playing tonight?
Yeah, he's had scored 10 points last time I checked, so he's having a good start. But that Steph really hurt me, man. That was like,
That was your number one pick. It was your pick, your
that
first
was my
pick.
number one pick.
Yeah, you're right. I got a few injuries right now. I got
Ingram's hurt.
Ingram.
Man,
Chris Middleton is out
having
for
a
me.
good year right now for me.
Hey man, I mean you gotta rise up in the standings. I know I'm good right now.
You all right over there?
It's time for a trade, my brother. Time to wheel and deal.
I'm gonna stand fast, man.
Family, just to let y'all know,
hold it down.
in fantasy basketball, Damo is stingy with the trades.
Come on,
He
man.
is stingy. He wants to do no wheeling and dealing. He will go down with his squad.
I'll
That's
go
what he-
down with the squad, man. I'll thug it out.
I hear that. So, man, let's get to some news around the NBA. This is a lot of things happening as always. Let's go down to South Beach. Dion Waiters. He used to be your boy.
I like him, man.
I was about to say,
I like Dion Waiters.
when he was on OKC, you definitely was a Dion Waiters.
I was a fan of him when he was in Cleveland. I think he's a good player, man. I think he's a decent player in this league. I would actually like for him to go to another team, but we'll get into that later.
And he's a very good player in this league. Very talented player in this league. But there's always been something a little bit off of
Off-court
Dion
issues,
Waiters.
man.
Off the court. And he ran into some off the court issues right now. So if you didn't know, apparently Dion Waiters from the Miami Heat, he experienced what they're calling a panic attack. Quotations on the
I've never
teams.
heard nothing like this before. It's a cover up, definitely.
Yes, on the team's plane back from the Phoenix Suns game going over to LA after consuming an edible. He took a gummy on the team's plane. Apparently, it was from a teammate, which is why he's getting in a little bit more trouble now because he won't tell the authorities. Or he won't tell Pat Riley and them who the teammate was.
6'9", man.
He didn't want to pull a 6'9". He didn't want to pull a 6'9", but So basically, the Heat right now suspended Waiters for 10 games plus right now for consuming an edible and getting caught with too much THC, having a panic attack on the plane. He couldn't get up to go to the game, so he obviously was out for the game. So basically now, because of all this is happening, he's basically losing out on $1 million plus because of he has a $1 million trade a kicker, I believe, in his contract that he has to play at least 70 plus games in order to receive that $1 million bonus. And he's not going to make it because now he's suspended 10 games for this. And plus, he was already suspended at the beginning of the season for conduct detrimental to the team. Talking about Spo going on IG and stuff like that. And Dion, what are you thinking, my brother? What are you thinking? Damo, what were your thoughts when you hear that? The gummies, the edibles.
I think he was just, I'm like, oh man, he just messing up a wonderful opportunity he had in Miami. I mean, because you seen what he was capable of last year. You know, he had them good runs. He was hitting game winners and everything. He was
had a run last year.
He had a run, man. I mean,
They didn't make the playoffs, right? No, they didn't.
They did.
No, Miami didn't make the playoffs.
They did.
No, I think they just missed it. The Pistons got the A
Pistons knocked
spot.
them out? I could have sworn
Yeah, they got the A spot. Nah, because the Magic got in.
Oh,
and the
right.
Pistons got it.
Yeah, Wade didn't get to have. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but yeah, man, I just felt like he was messing up a real good opportunity. Sometimes these players just gotta stay off the weed, man. Leave it alone, man. Just.
But I mean, But the problem was, right? You know why I think it was crazy? Because I think they're lying about it being one edible. I feel like he took a couple.
Oh yeah, this definitely sounds fishy.
Yo, are you really gonna have a panic attack that you can't get up, or a stomach ache, or whatever they wanted to call it?
Who's having a panic attack when you doing something you love for a living, and you're getting paid millions? Who's really having a panic attack out here?
It was from the edibles. Dion, man. I mean, it's really crazy, but he's got to be smarter. But so I think because this happened, now I feel like we've definitely seen the end. Of Dion Waiters in Miami.
And then he's got a lot of comp at that position. So they're knocking him out the box right now. It's not looking too good. Your boy Tyler Hero, I got to give you props, man. That boy looking real good out there.
That's Tyler Samage. Tyler Hero. Tyler Samage now.
He's looking real nice.
He's looking real good.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you, Just. I was like, who is this guy? I wasn't giving him too much kudos, but
you know why I liked him? Because I liked his confidence.
Yeah,
I saw him in summer
got a
league.
Nice motor.
He was killing in the summer league. He was being very confident in summer league. I believe he was the leading scorer.
Yeah, his confidence is out the window.
Yeah, and I thought he would have a little bit of reservations or maybe apprehension going into the season, but he's still confident.
Yeah, he's definitely solid. He looks like a pro, like he's been here already.
Yeah, and the other night...
And then Kendrick Nunn, this guy came out of nowhere, undrafted, I think, at that, too. Killing.
Leading all rookies in scoring. I think he's averaging over 20, I believe. So
Miami's got a nice young core. And your boy Bam Adebayo
putting in work too. Thank you, giving me those fantasy numbers, Bam. I appreciate that.
Let me get him, yo.
But yeah, son, most improved. But I'm telling you, he got some nice young pieces over there, and that's the problem right now.
Wait, you said most improved? Who?
Bam Adebayo.
You think he's the most improved player?
I think he's at the top of the list.
I got somebody that's
most improved.
Yeah.
Who?
Shaq Alexander.
Oh, yes. Gildress. No, listen, I'm not mad at that, too. I'm a fan of him, too, so he's up there.
You know I'm going to back him up. He on my fantasy squad.
Oh, yeah. Now, let me get him in a trade out there. But, yeah, he's definitely top three. Here's top three, and I'm going to go... My pick for most improved was Porzingis, actually. It was Porzingis and Bam Adebayo.
He's having a slow start, but he's going to be playing the Knicks.
He's still giving you 19, though.
He's playing the Knicks, this week?
Yep. So, matter of fact,
get his confidence back up.
I'm glad you brought that up, Damo. Yeah. Now that's a nice segue over. So, let's get into the Knicks right now because, my brother, the Knicks, our hometown, are in the news again.
I feel bad for these Knicks fans.
Knicks fans are in the news again. And the New York Knicks front office, brother, is tripping. They're panicking right now. A 2-8 start. And strike me if you heard this before, Damo. The Knicks are trash. Basuda. Manure.
Anything new?
They stink right now, Damo. Stephen A. went on a nice rant today. I loved it. Check that out if you haven't.
Oh, man, I didn't even get to see it, man.
Stephen A. went crazy today, and it was warranted. And I definitely sent that in the group chat, so you got to check that out, Dama, for sure.
Definitely.
Because it was crazy, man. The Knicks are out of control right now. Like I said,
it's pure comedy when you see Stephen A. over there suffering.
You know it. The Knicks are, let me throw some numbers by you. They dead last in offense, 23rd in defense, looking terrible. So let's get into it right now. So Scott Perry, Steve Mills, they held a press conference the other night addressing the media, basically to say that they are unhappy with the Knicks' progression, or lack of progression, I should say, as a franchise, and they feel like they should have been a lot better already in the season. Now, to let y'all know, and the family know how rare it is for these two to actually hold a press conference after a game, after a 21-point loss to the Cavaliers, got spanked in the Garden. Let me go down that list. They didn't even address the media after winning only 17 games last year, having the worst record in the league. They didn't address the media, hold a press conference after they landed the number 3 pick in the draft. I don't believe, and I don't think they had a press conference after spending over $70 million on spare oil parts in free agency this summer. So why are they having a press conference all of a sudden now? And I feel like they're having it now to lay the foundation for their scapegoat for this season.
Fizdale.
And they're blaming David Fizdale right now, which right now is the problem with the New York Knicks.
Typical Knicks, man. They need to take a page out of my book and just thug it out with the core that you have. I mean, honestly, their best player right now is Barrett.
RJ Barrett, yes.
Yeah, because Randall, I don't know what's going on with Randall. He's not doing what I thought he would be doing.
Stealing money?
He's stealing money. Like what I always say, just the Knicks is the bank. You want to make some money, just sign that Knicks contract.
Get that check.
Or you want to retire soon, like 2-3 years, come play for the Knicks. But RJ Barrett is their best player. Mm-hmm. So what was you really expecting?
That's my issue. What really are the Knicks front office?
They don't never give their teams time to mesh together and grow.
Yeah. And also the issue is, to me, they have an ill-fitting roster. They don't have a solid nucleus. They don't have a very fluid roster in terms of personnel. Yeah. We know they signed 36 power forwards this summer. And also with that, what I feel like they should be more focused on player development right now. See, Right now they're focused on wins or trying to get to the playoffs.
Where y'all think y'all going?
And even if you do get to the playoffs, what are you doing in the playoffs? If you're going to be AC, you're going to get swept.
This is probably going to be another Kristaps Porzingis situation where RJ Barrett is going to turn out to be something special, and guess what? He's going to want out.
And he's going to be, by the time he becomes a star, he's going to be disgruntled by then, because it's going to be about 3-4 years in. He's going to be a perennial 20-plus points per game scorer in the league, and then he's going to be like, you know what? Y'all did nothing for me. You did nothing as a front office, as a management, to get the players around me that we can succeed.
And then he'll go to another team, come into the Garden, and kill. Have a monster game.
And have a 50-point game as usual. Now, I want to say this, right? So I want to be clear. I'm not saying David Fizdale doesn't deserve any blame at all, because I feel like he does deserve some of the blame for this lackluster start for the Knicks roster. They're 2-8 right now.
I don't know, man. I mean, you can't blame the guy for what he's got on the bench. I mean, what are you expecting him to do?
I'm not expecting a whole lot of wins for them, but what I do expect is, I don't believe that they have the right culture right now. Like, something still looks off with that team. I agree. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it's effort. I feel like the effort is not 100%. I don't know if it's bad rotations by Fizdale, because I'm seeing a lot of those. But in the last episode that I had, I said he had 5 different starter lineups to 7 games. That's too much turnover.
Yeah.
That's too much personnel movement. You're not getting anyone in their comfortable position, their natural rotations. And what I said also, what I didn't like, RJ Barrett has already played 3 different positions now in 10 games. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Why is he starting at the 1? Why is he ever starting at the 1? That should never happen.
Nobody's getting comfortable with their roles.
Exactly.
And which is why Randall is having a bad start right now.
And they don't know their roles.
They don't have no identity.
They have no identity. And that, to me, is a coaching issue. I think the coach must lay down the law and set the precedent for what type of team we're going to be. You can say all the right things in a press conference and take that for data, all of that bullshit he's saying. I don't want to hear none of that. What is your identity? what type of team are you? What style are you playing? Are you a defensive-minded team? Are you a run-and-gun type of team? Are you a fast-paced, out and open transition team? Are you a half-court offense?
Or a team that just goes out there to have other players gain confidence on you?
Yeah, and you see what I didn't like about Fizdale as well? There's been a couple of games now that Alonzo Trier hasn't played.
Yeah, that kid is pretty good. I don't know why he's not. I don't understand, man.
DSJ has missed time.
I can agree with you.
Now you see what I'm saying? Well, Fizdale, he doesn't deserve all the blame, but he deserves some of the blame. And you're playing the French Krilla. He's getting about 30-plus minutes a night, but he's been playing well
over
lately.
DSJ, that's like absurd.
And DSJ has been disappointing, though. He's had a little personal issue where he's been out a few games, but it's just that whole, first of all, let's be real. That whole guard rotation right now with the Knicks is kind of weak.
Yeah.
It's a little weak. Is that fair to say?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's definitely weak. So now, if you're putting RJ at the 2, you're putting RJ at the 3.
It's safe to say that they was better last year than they are this year.
Damn, that's a little disrespect. That's a.
At least they had some.
The 17 wins.
They had some sort of. I don't know. I didn't want to say identity, but at least you knew everybody knew what their parts were. Mm. At least now it's looking kind of discombobulated out there. I don't know what to expect from them every night. I don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, but see, like how I said Fizdale deserves some of the blame. Like I said, he doesn't deserve all of the blame. So to me, I think making a coaching change right now is not the answer. 10 games in, because if I feel like if you make an evaluation or a coaching change already in 10 games in, like what is that showing to other players? What is that showing to the team? There's no stability there. That you can't ride it, you can't thug it out, like you said.
What do you think about them trying to make a play for Ujiri?
Yeah, Masai Ujiri. I saw that. I mean, that's a pipe dream. I don't think
that's gonna make a difference anyway.
It's a pipe dream. Why is he coming over here? For what? To deal with James Dolan?
He ain't gonna get nobody to come over here to
They think he's gonna persuade Giannis to come over there in 2021.
Please.
Like the problem is another pipe dream with the Knicks. And that's what instead of building the right way, building slowly through the draft, make some nice trades, make some shrewd deals. Sometimes you may have to take on a bad salary, but if you get a productive player with the bad salary, that relationship with that player can form, and maybe he has other players that he's cool with in the league, and that's how you bring players in. You don't put a team full of outcasts and then expect free agents to come. It's about player relationships.
They're always looking to make that quick jump. They're gonna be probably the one and only franchise that when LeBron is really ready to retire, and he's probably got like one season left in him, they're gonna be like, yeah, we'll come over here and sign you for $100 million a year. And think they're going to win a chip.
For box office. They'll do it for box office.
Ah, boy.
I mean, it's the stink of Knicks.
I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you Knicks fans out there. I'm sorry, Dad.
Oh, yeah, your pops. I know he does. I know he is, man. And Porzingis, he returns to MSG this week, so that's going to be coming up on Thursday.
Oh, yeah. He's had a rough start.
I think he's been okay though in Dallas. Why you keep saying rough start?
Because he's not looking like his old self. Like when he was playing for the Knicks before he got hurt.
What, you want 30 and 10?
I mean, his game was like we were talking about him being just as good as Karl Anthony Towns. He was one of the best big men. I don't think he's there yet.
But you got to give him some time.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. With him coming there, I feel like he's had a slow start. He's not feeling like I don't think he's comfortable, like feeling like his old self.
Yeah, he's getting his.
So when he comes and plays the Knicks and has his monster night,
he'll have 50.
He's gonna have a big game. I think that's gonna boost his confidence. And plus with him getting booed, because I think the Knicks fans are sour right now.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask you. How do you think Knicks fans and Knicks faithful in the Garden, how do you think they're gonna receive Porzingis when he comes up? What's the reaction gonna be like?
They're a little bitter right now. They're gonna they're gonna boo him. But after the game,
they're gonna boo?
Yeah, they're gonna boo. And after he has a monster game, then they'll start clapping and be like, because they like basketball. Mm-hmm. New York is basketball fans at the end of the day, so they can appreciate the effort on the court. And then going forward, he's gonna be having smooth sailing throughout the season.
I agree and disagree with you. So I disagree with in the beginning. I feel like they're actually gonna cheer him.
You think so?
I think they're going to cheer him because, for the reasons that you just said, and that's where I agree, because they can appreciate some good basketball when they see one. Yeah, and they're going to realize how dumb they were and how dumb they felt the same ones who tried to convince themselves that trading Porzingis was a good trade. Remember when the trade went down?
When they drafted him.
Yeah, booed when they drafted him. And then when they made the trade and they got those spare parts for him, they were like, oh, nah, it's all right because we're getting free agents. It don't matter. We trade him. This is all in a bigger picture. This is all what's going to happen so that we can get Zion, Kyrie, and KD. Remember, that was it. That was their dreams. So because of that, I feel like they're going to be like, damn, we really messed that up.
Do Knicks fans ever learn?
Oh, they never learn.
Okay.
Of course not. Of course not.
They never learn.
But and then like I agree with you. I think Porzingis is gonna have a nice game. I think he's gonna have a big game. And looking at the trade right now, I think a lot of those same Knicks fans who talked themselves into this being a good trade, now I feel like feels dumb again now because now they're back in that same spot.
But they got too much pride to admit it.
Of course. And then the problem is also look who they got for Porzingis. DSJ. He's playing 9 minutes a game. I hasn't even played the last couple of games.
That's the thing. They never used the parts. DeAndre Jordan across the river
bridge. To Brooklyn. They got Wesley Matthews in the deal, who's not even there now. Now he's on the Bucks, and they got 2 first-round picks, but they're not even gonna do those first-round picks justice. Watch them end up trading those picks for somebody, and it turns into a star. Something Nick-like happening.
They're gonna get 2 point guards.
They already got 7 right now. 7 point guards, 7 power forwards.
I never understand the Knicks' decisions sometimes, man.
Get it together. Stay out of the news for the wrong reasons. Play ball. Develop your young talent. You got a nice little piece in R.J. Barrett. And calm down on
Have some patience, man. They need to take a little thing out of Philly's book, man, and trust the process,
Trust the process a little bit.
It's going to be a process, man.
100%. Also going on in the East, really quick, John Collins, man, I was very disappointed in this. John Collins getting suspended 25 games for violating the NBA's anti-drug policy. I felt a little way about this news because I was very disappointed. I like the Hawks.
Yeah.
Hawks are that's my young boy team.
Your boy's starting to flourish over there.
My man Trey Sizzle, Ice Traded Gang, is looking real good. Playing real well. I got a little nervous when he had his little ankle injury, but he's back. I need to somehow trade for him in fantasy too. So I need to see how I can get my boy on the squad. But he's playing well. And John Collins now getting suspended 25 games. I was very disappointed in that because I actually felt like the Hawks could really make a run at the playoffs this year. I thought they could try to contend for that 8th spot, but now I feel like their playoff hopes are doomed right now. So 25 games is a lot. That's a quarter of the season.
Yeah, I think they did hurt them. Well, John Collins did hurt the team that way. I mean, Jabari Parker's he's kind of a good feeling for right now, but they're gonna miss that definite 20 and 10 every night. From John Collins.
Every night 20 and 10. And you know what I like about it? It's an active 20 and 10. You get what I'm saying? Like when he gets 20 and 10, you can see the 20 and 10 that he's getting. He's very active on the boards at all times. He plays solid defense. He can hit the 3. He can finish well. I really like John Collins' game. He's a nice little pick and pop. I really think he's going to grow to be a very solid.
Yeah, him and Trae Young is going to be a nice 1-2 punch in the East. But being that they're in the East, I think they could still...
Think they could still contend for the 8th spot?
For that 8th spot, but I think they'll get edged out by the Pistons or the Nets. They're going to be fighting with those two teams.
I got the Nets. I think the Nets going to be a top 4, top 5.
You think top 4?
Top 4, top 5. When it's all said and done, I feel like they're going to get a lot better.
You think throughout the season?
Mm-hmm. And I think they're going to pick up somebody, to be honest with you. I don't think this is going to be the same roster at the end of this. I would like it. If CP don't get traded, I think Melo goes to the Nets, honestly.
How you doing over there with that situation, man?
Oh, I'm hurting every day. Every day I wake up. But you know what? I'm starting to... Not that it's grown on me. Not that I like them over there in OKC, but... I like the unit, and I like how they play together, because I do watch every...
It's not bad.
They have a solid team.
Yeah.
I really think they could actually make the 8th seed or 7th seed in the playoffs right now.
It's a bit of a stretch, but
I think they could contend for it. They play well together, though.
They do. They mesh well. It's just that they're in the West. If they was in the East, it'd be a different ball game.
It'd definitely be a different ball game. But I got to see my man on a contender, because it's not about getting in the playoffs right now. It's championships or nothing. But, yeah, man, so we'll see how...
But looking at the standings right now, you got... Pacers is 6. Cavaliers is in the top 8 right now. They're in the 7th seed right now.
The Cavaliers?
Yes.
Oh, that's not going to last.
That's not going to last. Definitely not going to last. So I see the Pistons.
The Pistons should make it.
Yeah, they're gonna.
What is Reggie Jackson gonna do?
I don't know.
Still hasn't
they
played
need to
yet.
get rid of him. It look like Derrick Rose has.
They need to get rid of Reggie, right? Who wants Reggie? Think about it. Who would take Reggie Jackson right now? How much money is he making? I think it's about $15 million a year. I think he has about 1 or 2 years left. Who can he use?
The Magic could use him.
But that's like going from the Magic to the Pistons. I mean, going from the Pistons to the Magic. That's like
ain't no top tier team gonna want him right now.
He can't play for. Can he? He should be able to come off the bench now, right? Is he humbled enough now? Because remember that was his problem in OKC. Is he humbled enough to come off the bench?
He probably think he got something left in the tank. I don't know.
You know what? I feel like he would be nice on the Jazz, coming off the bench. As a third guard.
Yeah, they do need a guard. They need a point guard.
As a third guard coming off the bench with Conley, Mitchell, and then Reggie Jackson coming off the bench.
Yeah, because Conley's the only point guard, right? Because they got some weird names.
Man, they got Dante Exum.
Bruh. Dante Exum.
I mean,
when has this guy played a game? This guy seems to be always hurt.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know. This guy needs to go back to Australia.
Come on, man.
He always sending somebody overseas.
Yeah, man. He's got to go find himself.
So let's get into what the episode is called. I'm calling this episode Fool's Gold right here.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like there's a couple of teams, Damo, when I look down the list, when I'm looking at the Western Conference standings, the Eastern Conference standings, I don't really believe in all of these teams right here. There's some contenders, definitely some pretenders. And
they wearing that fake drip right now?
The fake drip. There's a lot. Man. There's a lot of teams with that fake drip. It's definitely not big drip right now. It's their Rolly is TikToking right now. So I'm not believing in some of these teams right now. So I just wanted to go over a few here tonight. A couple of teams that I think are fool's gold, and you're gonna tell me some of yours as well. So the first one for me, I'm gonna start off with Portland Trailblazers. I think those brothers right now are fool's gold. I know a lot of people might come at me for this, but I don't care.
They're not even in the playoff
not even
race right now.
They're 4-6 right now. They lost a lot of close games. They're bottom 10 defensive team in the league. And to be honest with you, I'm just not a fan of their roster as a whole, as entirety. I don't like what I see from this team.
I like their roster though.
Well, let me go over to why I don't like it. I don't like their team as a whole from top to bottom. I feel like they regressed this year as opposed to last year when they went to the Western Conference Finals. And I feel like, to me personally, it stems from the defensive end. With those teams. Those two guys, last year, they had Al-Farouq Aminu, Mo Harkless, too lengthy.
Mo Harkless that hurt them.
That hurt them real bad. Two lengthy perimeter 6'8" defenders. Those were their two top perimeter defenders last year. And I think more importantly than acquiring who they did acquire, because they acquired Bazemore, they acquired Rodney Hood, they acquired Hassan Whiteside. I think more importantly than them improving on the offensive end, I think it will be more impactful for them not to have lost so much on the defensive end, which they have been. Because now with those two guys gone, got Dame, who's playing 38 minutes a night. CJ's playing 37 minutes a night.
Running his legs
down, because now they have to play.
That leads to nowadays injuries.
And now, right now, with Mo Harkless and Al-Farouq Aminu gone, they have to play a lot more defense right now. They have to guard the opposing team's best perimeter guards. So that's why I'm not a fan of this team right now as a whole in its entirety. I think those two losses are very important when I look at the Blazers, Damo.
No, I agree with you, man. I mean, I felt like they, the Whiteside thing would have helped them, being that Nurkic is out, but I don't know. Whiteside.
He looks mediocre.
Yeah, he's looking real mediocre. He's looking like how he was back in Sacramento days.
He doesn't look good. Shaq was killing him. Barkley said that he stole money too. The best thing he knows how to do is walk to the bank, get that check. So he's another
one. He's another one of those players that benefit off of social media. He talks good. He talks a good game, but
I've never been a fan of Whiteside. I've never been a fan of his presence at all. He plays a little half-ass to me. And the other reason why I don't believe in the Blazers and why I think they're fool's gold, I look at them right now and I see a first-round playoff exit when I look at their team right now. For me, when I say that, my other issue with them, I don't know how.
Will they even make the playoffs?
they can easily get bounced. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't make it,
Yeah,
but I think they're going to be bounced out if they do. Because my problem is their 4 spot, their rotation at the power forward position is horrendous. Look what they have. Collins, he's out. Hezonja, who's giving you 5 points. You got Anthony bum-ass Tolliver. Bum-ass Tolliver.
He's still in the league?
He's still in the league. He's playing 17 minutes a night, Donald.
But Melo can't get...
Melo can't get in the league, but you got Anthony Tolliver still cashing checks and playing 17 minutes, giving you a whole ass 3 points a night. And then you got the other guy, Labissiere. Labissiere. You got him there too. Also giving 0 production. He's giving a couple of minutes, but not enough to put fear in anyone's heart. So that's your power forward rotation. And to me, they're looking like a first-round exit because Dame and because CJ have to do too much. Because those two are studs.
How dare them not looking to sign in somebody like Melo? You mean to tell me you can't even have a pedestrian Melo on your team? A pedestrian Melo right now.
A pedestrian Melo is better than any one of those 4 that they tried out.
Man, I feel for you, Hoodie Ream.
It's disrespectful right now that they're not trying to upgrade at that position. They have to make a move.
And that's been their struggles over the years. They've always struggled
It's the same problem
at that
over
position.
and over. Since LaMarcus Aldridge left, they've never replaced him.
Nope.
They've never replaced him. So I'm not a fan of the Portland Trailblazers roster as a whole. I know a lot of people were high on them. They were big on them coming into the season because they made it to the West Finals. No slight to Dame. No slight to CJ. They still studs. Dame is giving you 33 a night right now. CJ is giving you 19 a night. Went down a little bit from last year, but those two are going to get buckets no matter what. It's how much those buckets take a toll on them throughout the course of the season.
So what would you say they would need to do if they trying to... You think they're going to have to move CJ? Because he's the only piece worth moving right now.
That's the problem with them. They don't have a lot of assets.
Exactly.
Do people want Rodney Hood?
Not really. He's not consistent enough.
Do people want Bazemore?
Bazemore can take his antics and them after game antics back to Atlanta.
So, like you said, they might have to move CJ, and that would be a colossal move. Would they do that mid-season? Didn't they just sign him or give him a contract extension?
Yeah, I think they just gave him a. Wasn't it a max?
Yeah, I believe so, because I know both of those two are top 2 or top 3 in the league in terms of salary and payroll. As your top 2, so. I don't know.
They got some decisions to make, man.
They were saying that they're trying to acquire Kevin Love, which I think would be a nice move.
That would be nice. I would like that.
That would be nice. But I don't understand who they're going to trade for Kevin Love. They're obviously going to have to trade picks.
Picks. You might not have to give up McCollum.
If you can trade, but you have to do something to absorb that salary. Meaning somebody's probably going to have to take either Nurkic or Whiteside. Because those two boys Whiteside makes 20-something million. And
I'll give up Whiteside in a heartbeat to get Kevin Love and wait till Nurkic come back.
But do the Cavs want him? You have to want him. That's what I always say with these trades. I know people want to give up these players, but the other team has to want them.
That's true.
Why would you want Whiteside right now?
I mean, they are lacking a big. They don't have no bigs. I mean, Tristan Thompson is really a power forward. Isn't he playing?
20, but he's giving 20 and 10. They got Larry Nance. They got John Henson.
I'm just saying that John Henson. When is the last time you seen this guy play?
He was hurt.
I actually like him though, but
he's decent. They got somebody else too, but I can't remember.
Aerial assault.
The aerial assault, yes. Delmo, so go to you. Who's a Fool's Gold team for you?
Oh man, I think you know. But I'm gonna leave them for a later time.
Okay.
Another time that you bring me back on the show, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna get back to them when things start going south. Everything is going good right now for them, but I'm gonna leave them alone. I'm gonna leave them alone. You know who I'm talking about.
I do.
But
let's smoke.
Atlantics. But shout out to E too. That's my fantasy player right there. The team that I think is Fool's Gold is Philly, man.
Oh, Philly. Spicy talk. I know my man Akeem's gonna have a problem right here. Tell me Fool's Gold.
Philly, man, and I had, me, I had high hopes for them. I think
you
they
actually like Philly.
I like Philly, man.
I was about to say you were on the Philly train.
I'm on the Philly train. I'm
jumping off.
I'm not jumping off yet.
Okay,
but I just don't see them being a contender until this guy Simmons gets a jump shot, man. I mean, his jump shot is MIA, man. And this is why I can't stand social media, because people be out there flexing for the gram. Simmons is he's like an IG model dude's thirst over. And then when you see them in Walmart with no makeup on, no filter, you like, oh, who is this chick?
Yo.
Where's this dude's motor, man? Where's all these shots you was taking in these videos you was putting over in the summer? Where's all these in the game?
Where are they?
The guy that's taking the most, they have no spacing, first of all. Mm-hmm. The guy that's taking the most threes on the team is Al Horford. He's taking the most threes. I mean, what... I can at least I can rely on Embiid to show up every night, but I can't rely on his health. His health, and
a major problem, a major question mark. He can't even play 70 plus games. If Simmons
doesn't get aggressive, man, if he doesn't start getting these, he needs to get a post game or something. If he ain't gonna take no shots, get at least a post game.
Something, or a little bit. Remember I said before, just give me a baby hug,
something that you can sink the defense in, and I think
a little shimmy, maybe. What?
Another thing too, which is where I want to touch back with Wade, is I think they need to get somebody that could provide, scoring from the outside.
Some perimeter scoring.
Some perimeter scoring. I think Waiters would be that guy. This would give him a second chance.
I really like Waiters in Philly.
And he's from Philly.
That would be perfect. That. And I think he would embrace that. And he would definitely take those shots, but they're going to have to give up some. Would you give up Josh Richardson? Oh, wait, hold up. Right back to the Heat. Wow.
Back to the Heat, too.
That's crazy. They wouldn't do that.
I mean...
That's
Josh
the problem.
Richardson, because I like he's good.
That's crazy. I don't think they would do that, though, because they literally just traded him for Jimmy.
But see, you could slide him to the small forward spot. Mm-hmm. And then you could have Tobias at the 4 and have Horford come off the bench for Embiid. So I think it would still work.
Hold up. You have to trade somebody to get Waiters.
They would have to trade him? Who?
Raiders is not a free agent. He's still on Miami.
They can't trade that dude, Matthias Thybulle. That bump.
They got high hopes for him. People really, I think they've been pumping him up a little bit. He's a solid defender, but they're pumping him up a little bit. I mean, who wants anyone? James Ennis?
Oh my gosh.
Mike Scott? Come on. But so Fool's Gold.
Yeah.
He got for the Philadelphia. Yeah. You know what's crazy? I told y'all, Damo, I told you. Me and Reem both told you. Remember when we had the if clip? Remo, watch when you come back on this episode. This guy Damo's jumping off the Ben Simmons train already.
No, I'm not jumping off yet.
You know what? We told you. I told you.
Holla at me at All-Star break.
But you jumping off the train right now.
I'm not jumping off the train. I'm just saying they're Fool's Gold right now.
Okay, right now. Okay, so right now, currently, you're saying they're Fool's Gold, but you're saying
the
Fool's Gold, but room for improvement.
We'll get back into them later.
Okay, so remember I told you he wasn't in the gym with Brickley.
Yeah, man.
So I didn't believe it.
He thirst trapped me, man.
You got hype off those little practice gym fadeaways. I'm sure he makes them in practice. I should have
known better, man. I should have known better.
But you know what's crazy? He's still not even attempting them.
He's not.
And I don't like that because...
Not even an attempt I've seen from this guy. Like, take a shot at least so I can have hope that you're gonna do it more often down the line, you know?
Exactly. And you need looking at a guy like Giannis. He's at least attempting. He's shooting 4 threes a night.
Giannis has actually gotten...
He's gotten a lot better. But Ben Simmons right now, I feel like he's still gonna... basically, what's the word? Just like not freeze up. I'm saying in the playoff time, he just lacks something.
You know what he's reminding me of?
What is it?
You know what he's reminding me of? He's reminding me of Dwight Howard.
Ooh.
That he's hit his ceiling a little too early in his career. You know, it was times where he could have got better, and he just never got better.
But it's crazy because I don't fully want to blame Ben Simmons fully because I don't feel like this roster is catered to his talents the way it should be. In all fairness to him, I do feel like that the roster as currently constructed, the Philadelphia 76ers, is not the best roster that he can have around him. I feel like he would be better with a roster the way Giannis has a roster in Milwaukee. So I don't feel like he's put in the most optimal position for him to succeed, but I still feel like he can be better in his position that he's in right now. And I don't know if it's for lack of trying or it's just being too timid.
A team he would be great on is Golden State. with all them with a healthy Clay and Steph.
It would be nice.
And him taking the role of Draymond, that would be a good role because I mean, if he ain't gonna shoot, at least you got shooters surrounding you.
Yeah, I think that he just needs a position change also as well. I feel like if Philly
he needs
was
to play
get
power forward.
I think small forward would be nice. Power forward or small forward, he could play either one, honestly.
Put him on the block. Let him develop a post game because he has the passing skills to find people.
Exactly.
And then let him and Embiid work on the block. I think they would be destructive.
That's why I think the Philadelphia didn't construct that roster.
So it sounds like you're leaning more towards a coaching change.
That I wouldn't be opposed to that, but I just don't like Al Horford on that. Excuse me, I don't like Al Horford on that team.
Get somebody like what's his name to get in there and coach?
Mark Jackson.
I
would like that. That would be solid over there. I like Mike Woodson over there. Would be solid over there too.
Mike Woodson. Yeah, that would look nice.
I like Mike Woodson as a coach. That would be my pick, but we'll see. I'm very iffy on Philly still. They look great on paper.
On paper, they're great. I mean, because it's the East at the end of the day.
Yeah, they look phenomenal on paper, but we'll see, man.
They're only going to get as far as that jump shot if Ben Simmons will get them, man.
Yeah,
if he doesn't 100%. Get that jump shot, they could get to the finals, but they ain't going to win no chip like that.
Yeah, they definitely have to have a stylistic change or play a little bit faster to get more transition buckets. But we'll see.
So do you think they will make a trade before All-Star break?
I think they have to.
Oh.
I think they have to because I wouldn't go into the playoffs with this roster, me personally.
So you think this team as it's gelled right now ain't it?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I would move. I know Al Horford is playing well, but I would move him. I'm not going to lie to you. I would move him. I know he's playing well because I feel like Tobias is better suited as a 4. I like him at the 4. I like Josh Richardson at the 2. That's fine. You can leave Ben Simmons at the 1. You need a real shooting.
They need a good backup for Embiid though, because
they need some bench help because their starting 5 is cool. You could put Matisse Thybulle at the small forward spot and start him with Tobias, but you could get some punch off the bench like a Dion Waiters. If you could maybe pull off a Horford Waiters kind of deal.
I'm really looking forward to a Dion Waiters in a Philly uniform. I would really like that.
I would really like them if they had they need that dynamic playmaker at the end of the game to get a bucket.
Just see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Before we move on, any other fool's goal for you? What do you think about the Jazz? Fool's goal or nah?
I'm not going to say fool's goal yet. I think they're off to a slow start.
Okay. Think they're going to improve?
I think they'll improve. Okay. I like their team.
The only thing I like their team as well, but the only thing I don't like about them, why they're borderline fool's goal, is they don't have a 4 either.
Yeah.
Bogdanovich is their starting 4 right now. I'm not a fan of that. They're starting him and Royce O'Neal as the 3.
And then they got Ingles coming off the bench.
Jeff Green coming off the bench is their 4.
Gorgie Niang. I like Niang though, but
I'm just not a fan of their forward rotation.
Ed Davis, they need to make some. They need to just make a little niche in that squad.
Yeah, they need a 4. Yeah. They need a better 4 to me. Somebody who could play a little bit better if Gobert is not going to give you any kind of offense. And you hear him crying about his role too. I saw that.
Well, I don't know. He's had a slow start too. Now he's starting to gain some traction. I think him playing in the FIBA, was it the FIBA?
Yeah, the World Cup.
The World Cup, whatever that thing is. I don't be paying attention to that anymore. But
you never do.
I think that fatigued him a little bit, so I think, that's why the Jazz is off to a slow start because he's basically like the defensive anchor, so.
Okay, I hear that.
Another team, though, that I'm thinking is fool's gold. The Minnesota Timberwolves, man.
You think there's any gold there?
They had a little hot start.
They did. They do. They did. They're definitely in the playoff race right now.
They're in the playoff run right now, but I think that's gonna go down though.
Who you not believing in? Cat, Wiggins, coaching, or the roster as a whole?
Wiggins, I don't believe in. I give up on Wiggins, man. He's been
playing better lately.
He's been playing. I think he's averaging like 24 points, but
25.
Can he sustain that over the course of the season? I don't know, man. I don't like his field goal percentage.
He can score, though.
He can score.
If there's one thing he can do, it's score. But he doesn't score effectively, I feel like.
Yeah, it's not effective, It's just like, okay, he can score. That's about it.
He doesn't.
Cat is sexy on the court, but I don't know. It's just something about Cat, man.
Rob?
I don't know. Maybe
you gotta believe in. Ken.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if it's leadership values or something. I don't know what it is, man. What do you think, Jess?
I think sometimes he can get punked a little bit by opposing big men.
I think that's what it is.
They can get into his head a little bit too easily, I should say. Not that
He's
always
like the talented young buck on the team that you could just get into his head and take him out of his game.
Like a little too quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like he could be taken out the game mentally. And I feel like, because he's very talented, he could literally do everything on the floor. He could put up some nice numbers, but how impactful are those numbers sometimes? And when the playoffs comes to it, if he can even get there, it's not. And he doesn't, you know what it is too? He doesn't have the domineering personality that can control his team.
So in other words, like a KD.
I think I want to say worse. He's definitely a beta.
That beta personality that you always like to talk about.
Yeah, he definitely has a beta personality, 100%. That's why they thought Jimmy would work with him. But obviously they had their little off-the-court issues or whatever going on. And I don't know. I don't think they're making the playoffs, to be honest.
You don't think? Nah, they're definitely not in the West. How about them Phoenix Suns, though?
Oh, they fool's gold to me. They fool's gold to me. They definitely.
I think the DeAndre Ayton, that hurt them.
Oh, yes.
I think they would have. I think they could have made a run at the playoffs this year. Had he not got.
But you know what's crazy? A lot of teams start out hot out the gate at the beginning. Remember last year, the Knicks started out hot.
Sacramento started out hot last year.
The Knicks started out hot last year in the 10 games. Remember in the beginning of the year, they were talking playoffs until they got slapped back into their senses and realized.
What's the rookie was talking about? They're gonna win 35 games.
Yeah, I forgot who. Yeah, somebody said it on the Knicks last year. Fool's gold.
I don't even remember his name. That's how bad the Knicks are. You
really quick before we move on to the crossover segment, I want to talk about Giannis really quick because they're pretty interesting right now. So they just lost Middleton for 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's
with a thigh contusion that's gonna hurt them. They lost Brogdon this summer, which I think was a big loss for them. Very underrated loss. They're third in the East right now, 7-3. Giannis is putting up crazy numbers again, 29, 14, and 7. He's shooting, like I said before, 4 threes a game now. He's only making one of them, but he's shooting 4 of them.
At least he's shooting.
He's shooting 4 of them.
Ben Simmons, man.
The other night, he had 4 threes that he made.
Maybe you need to work out with Antetokounmpo.
Yo, do that, man. And to me, when I look at the Bucks, right, they are still missing that one piece, that dynamic playmaker other than Giannis.
And Brogdon was that guy, man.
Brogdon was that dude.
I don't get that. I don't understand that one. Why did you let him go?
Because they couldn't pay both him or Bledsoe. They had to make a choice. They could have paid both, but they didn't want to go over the luxury tax.
Really?
They chose Bledsoe over him. They chose Bledsoe and Middleton over a combination of Brogdon and Middleton.
I think that move right there might come back to haunt them.
I think it is right now.
You think so?
And I think it will.
You think Giannis is gonna leave? That's what I mean. It'll come back to haunt them because they're not doing like what the Knicks should have did for Melo, is build the right team around them. They got rid of a quality piece and kept somebody that...
Because they got rid of a piece that is necessary for his type of game.
Exactly.
Because he's such a finisher. He's such a driving big man, such a dynamic big man finisher.
And Brogdon was efficient. Like, he's going to knock down that shot.
He did everything. He was one of the first dudes having a 50, 40, 90 season. He shot the ball effectively, efficiently, and most importantly, he can drive to the lane and get a bucket. Right now, that's what they're missing. Middleton could do it from time to time, but he's a little slow at times. Bledsoe, nobody's really checking for him on the offensive end. He can't really shoot. Teams are leaving him open. Not crazy leaving him open, but they're leaving some space there. And the problem is he doesn't strike fear in anyone's heart as a point guard. So because of that, we've seen what happened to them in the playoffs last year. Al Horford low-key shut Giannis down in the playoffs. And their half-court offense, it looks unsure to me.
Yeah.
After Giannis gets that, when they get to the half-court line and the defense locks up on you, when they get to when they get to Giannis, they really they play tight pressure D. They play smothering defense on him, and if you stop the first initial run to the rim, the first initial drive, their offense seems to get a lot stagnant, and then they're just spot-up shooters there. No one else can really drop to the basket.
Lopez is not knocking down them shots at the clip he was doing last year.
Not at all. So to me, until Giannis gets that mid-range game, which I don't think he's going to get this season, obviously, or a little step-back game, which he won't get this season, obviously, I think, to me, that they won't be able to take that next leap,
next step
that they need to take to be a full championship contender until they make a move. And I think Chris Paul would be that move.
I agree with you, brother. That's the name I was thinking in
I'm
my
not
head.
gonna lie.
Chris Paul, I would love to see him and Chris Paul and Giannis. They could be a threat right now.
Chris Paul has never had I won't say that. Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan, but look what he did for their careers.
Mm-hmm.
Blake Griffin was literally just like Giannis, the same way. Before Chris Paul got there, Blake Griffin was just a dunking machine.
I tell you like this: you put Chris Paul in a Milwaukee uniform right now, I think that squad will go to the finals.
I agree. I think that squad is better than Philly.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's better than Miami.
Because that would make Giannis unstoppable.
If he can have a point guard that can get him easy buckets, he doesn't have to work, because Giannis literally works for every bucket.
On both ends.
He works
of the court.
hard and he's just efficient with it. But he works hard for those buckets. He does. If he doesn't get that initial transition drive, he's really got to work for that bucket.
He's got the bang down low to get those buckets.
Exactly.
You know?
And with him working that hard without him having a playmaker, because he is the primary playmaker on the team. If he could become the secondary playmaker, somebody that good, last 5 games giving you 36.
Prolong his career, too.
He's giving you 36, 15, and 8, 34, 15, and 6, 38, 16, and 9, 30, 13, and 4, 35, 16, and 3 in his last 5 games. He's doing everything for the team, and they winning. And it'll work well in the regular season. But when we get to the playoffs, though, when he's reffed a little bit differently, when they start to put 2 and 3 guys.
That's when you need to have that jump shot.
Exactly. And I really think that the Bucks need to make a move. They have to, I don't know why they don't have OKC on speed dial right now. I'm trying to get rid of Bledsoe quickly. They thought Bledsoe was the answer. But do you think Giannis can do you think he can make his teammates better in the playoffs? Because he hasn't done that.
Yeah, I don't think he's
years.
I don't think he's that kind of player.
Okay.
You
don't think he can do it, or because I think he wants to do it. I don't think it's a want to.
He wants to, but I don't think he can. I don't know. I just don't see him being as that kind of. Some players they just naturally make other guys around them better.
Of course.
I don't think he's that, because he's doing too much. He's focusing on defense. He's focusing on scoring.
I do think he's doing a little too much.
Yeah, I don't think. And I think I give him about another year until I say, okay, this guy's game has peaked. This is the best we'll see this guy get.
I'm glad that you said you think he's doing a little too much, because I think it's a kind of like counterintuitive when he does too much. Because he does too much, I feel like it gets some of the guys on his teams a little spoiled. And they start to not do enough. They start to not do enough because they know he's doing too much. The same problem that I have with Russ. I think that's a problem with him as well. When he does a little too much, it makes some of the players around him regress a little bit in certain aspects of the game. Not everything, but it's like, all right, let me let Giannis just make a play for me.
You know what? You're right. Exactly. Like, I don't think Giannis is at that point where he feels comfortable enough to be like, all right, I'm going to come down and I'm going to sacrifice this play down the court and give it to this man right here and let him get some confidence up, get him some confidence shots up. I don't think he's got there yet.
You know what? That's a part of leadership. And I think you have to be a little bit nasty sometimes to get a player to do that.
Take that shot.
You have to yell at him. You see how they always complain about Chris Paul, that he yells at teammates or he yells at people, but there's a reason why he does that.
Exactly.
You look at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander you brought up. He's averaging over 20. He's averaging over 22. Last year, he averaged only 11 points per game. That's a whole a double-digit jump that he's having. And why? Because he got the confidence right now. So, take that shot. Schroeder is averaging 17 or something like that a night. Take that shot. You have to have your leader instill that into you and kind of yell at you sometimes when you're not doing it.
Right, I agree.
So that's where I feel like Giannis has to get better. And we'll see. I think he needs somebody else to bring that out of him. And
Another vet.
Yeah, and I think they need that little extra. They're missing a little pop on that team. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit of that it factor when they go into arena. Like Giannis has it, but he doesn't fully have the cachet yet. That's why I think like a guy like Chris Paul actually is nice, because he brings that cachet.
I don't see no other person other than Chris Paul that can go there and change that team for the better.
I agree.
I don't see anybody else, actually. I really don't.
That's available, really. Yeah. That'll be tough.
Maybe DSJ would be better. It would be an
But does
upgrade.
he take him over the top?
But no, it doesn't. But it would be better than Bledsoe.
Nah, I'd rather have Bledsoe.
Than DSJ?
Yes, 100%.
Oh no, I'm not. I think he's done. I think it's time for him to. I seen him overseas.
Both of them.
DSJ overseas? He just averaged like 18 last year.
Dennis Smith Jr.?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's averaging, like 4 right now?
Right now, because he's not getting no burn.
Well, that's his problem. He's not playing good enough.
Hey, man, that's Fizdale.
Oh,
You said it first, man. Your boy Fizdale, man. These rotations.
You got to get better, man. So let's get to the crossover segment, man.
Not a game. We talking about practice.
Crossover segment, family. As you always know, the segment where I do player comparisons from different eras. Damo is here. Axis Fantasy GM tells me who he would take out of the 2 or 3 of the guys in their prime if he was building a team. Damo, you already know how we do with this. I'm going to do this one a little bit differently, like how we did it for episode 100 and all of that. I'm going to do 3 guys. You have to pick 1 big, 1 guard together, and which one you would choose to build your franchise with. So guards and bigs, 3 each. Choose 1 guard and 1 big for the guards. Choose between prime Vince Carter, Reggie Miller, Devin Booker. For the bigs, Amari Stoudemire, Lamar Odom, Kristaps Porzingis. I'm going to go over those 3 again. The guards, Vince Carter, Reggie Miller, Devin Booker. For the bigs, Amari Stoudemire, Kristaps Porzingis, Lamar Odom. 1-1, which 2 are you taking to build your franchise together?
Man, that's kind of... I got to sit here and think about that one. That's tough. I say it's tough because those 3...
If you got to look at the names.
Yeah, I need to look at those names.
Sometimes
Those is... They don't... I can't really... I don't see the pairs. Like, I can't pair them. You know, like how you got a Kobe and Shaq? This is very different right here. This is a culture change in the NBA. This is where the culture could change.
This is the era of the dynamic duos. You got a chance to get 2 of this 1-1. Throw your squad around. This one tripping you up, I see,
yeah,
Damo.
This is probably one of the tough, if not the toughest ones ever.
Okay.
Man.
1 guard, 1 premier guard.
Man, I'm sorry, guys. This is kind of tough.
Come on, man.
Damo really struggling
I'm really struggling, man.
Wow. Okay. I did my job then.
This is really hard.
Is there one you're leaning toward more over the other? 1 guard, 1 big?
All right. I want to take Reggie because I feel like he's the best leader out of all the names here. I think he's the best leader. But I'm gonna go with the athleticism and the killer instinct. Well, Reggie Miller got killer instinct too.
Don't sleep. What are you talking about?
Man, this is tough.
Miller time. What are you talking about,
Devin Booker, he not ready yet.
Okay.
I like him though. I like Devin Booker. He's a killer.
He's the better scorer out of all 3 of them.
He is the better scorer out of all 3.
Okay.
But
I'm trying to help you out here, Damo.
But the bottom 3 won't. But listen, the bottom 3 wouldn't help him take his game to another level. You know what I mean? That's why I'm not gonna. Lamar Odom looking kind of sexy, but he can't. I don't think he can get that alpha into Devin Booker to take him to that leadership role. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go safe. I'm gonna go
save. What are you talking about? Save. Go take who you want. Safe my ass. Take who you want, Damo. Who you got?
This is definitely the toughest crossover segment ever.
Pair those 2. I'm gonna start doing these for people now. Pair those 2 up.
Whew. Man. All right. I'm gonna go with Vince Carter and Porzingis.
Oh, whoa!
I'll go with Vince Carter and
Tell
Porzingis.
me why. Wow. Vince Carter and Porzingis. Tell me why.
Oh, man.
Wow.
That's tough.
Okay.
Bro.
Wow. Surprise, sir. I'm gonna tell you who I'm taking soon, but I'm surprised, sir.
Can I switch it?
What? Now you want to...
Can I switch?
Okay, go ahead.
Damn,
go
this
ahead.
is...
Don't let me sway you. I didn't even give you my answer yet. Don't let me sway you.
Because I see another combo that looks very nice. I'm gonna go Reggie Miller and Lamar Odom.
Oh, switch up.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it up.
Wow, Reggie Miller, you're going with the shooter, and Lamar Odom, the versatile.
With the versatility.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Lamar Odom and Reggie Miller.
Okay, you see, Damo, my brother, you should have trusted your damn gut, because you were correct the first time. I'm going Vince Carter
And Porzingis.
and Porzingis.
Well, it's about
The
time. We always agreeing anyway, so
We-
it's about time we don't agree.
Exactly. I'm going with those two. Let me tell you why. It was tough though. I'm not gonna front.
This is the toughest one.
It was very tough. I was definitely choosing between
a dap for that one. That was a tough one.
Appreciate it. I was definitely going between VC and Reggie Miller because I'm definitely a big fan of those two. But I think the athletic ability that Vince Carter gives you, and he can be a primary scorer. Obviously,
Right.
he can give you over 20, which I'm totally fine with. So he can be the best scorer on my team, and we can get the win. And now for the bottom three, I'm going Porzingis because I know Lamar Odom is probably the most versatile out of all three.
But you're gonna get defense.
But yeah,
That defense.
Porzingis gives me something a little bit more special, and he's literally a unicorn.
Yeah.
Literally, like the way he can run the floor at his size, at 7'1", 7'2", or whatever he is. He can shoot the three. He can dribble now. I don't know. A lot of people are sleeping on his handle. He can hit you with a little step back. He definitely has to bulk up, which he is doing. He is getting bigger, and he could block a lot of shots. And I need that defensive presence.
I did pick them first, right?
You did. So I'm like, I don't know why you didn't trust your gut. Your gut was right. You're a basketball guy. You know this.
It's only because we don't know. We don't know if Porzingis peaked yet. You know what I mean?
That's
so
true.
That's why
I think he's gonna get better.
I think so too.
I think he's gonna get better.
too. But that's why I went with the short thing and Reggie Miller and Lamar Odom, because you know what you're gonna get. But I see why you went with Vince Carter, because Vince Carter, which is why I was gonna pick Vince Carter over Reggie, because Vince Carter, he could be having a bad game from the outside, but then again he could kill you on the inside. I don't think Reggie can do that. He can't post you up, back you down, and score on you the way if he has an off night, then I think you're in trouble. If he has an off night.
Yeah, that's very fair to say.
But Vince Carter have an off night. He could still do other things.
He could get to the line a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I went with Vince Carter. I think he's a more dynamic scorer than Reggie Miller.
That was definitely tough. But I went with Reggie Miller and Lamar Odom because,
I know wrong with that.
In the instance that Reggie has a bad day.
But you know why it works though? Because Lamar Odom is a great passer, and Reggie Miller needs a great passer on his team. So I agree. I definitely agree there.
He could be a spot-up shooter. He don't have to come down and get his own shots. Lamar can spot him up. And then if you put a nice little team around him, they could do some damage.
Oh, they definitely can. They definitely can. So I hear you there, brother. So family out there, let me know who you would choose out of those six.
I want to hear the polls on that one. That was tough.
I'm gonna put that up on the polls, man. One guard, one big. Y'all let me know who y'all choose with that. And man, the NBA is spicy still, as it always is. It's always spicy. Of course, the Knicks had to make some news, so I had to discuss them. Come on, man.
It wouldn't be above the rim without the Knicks.
Come on, the stink of Knicks.
The stink of.
I gotta do a Knicks episode soon. Matter of fact, might call it the Maple Mamba.
Don't worry, man. There'll be some more coverage coming.
Oh, you know that. How many days until Fizdale's fired? By next episode, is he still gonna be the coach?
I think he'll be going by next episode. By next episode?
Yeah, episode.
Oh, I thought you meant like by next time I'm up here. I say
that may be only 2 weeks.
I think the next time I'm up here, we'll be talking about the Knicks again.
Oh God, so you think?
Yeah, definitely.
So you done for soon?
Because they're already pointing their fingers at the scapegoat already.
Oh,
you know.
They already peeled the glasses down and looking at him already.
Yeah, New York fans are thirsty right now. So yeah,
they thirsty for.
They calling to lynch somebody.
You did right.
And it's got to be poor Fizdale. I feel for you, man. But
take that for data.
Take that one for data.
For real. Damo, my brother, man. I appreciate you as always, man.
It's always my pleasure, man.
You are always my brother coming through talking hoops. Free Oak.
Free Oak. Free Mello.
Free Mello. Free CP3.
Free the bondage of the New York fans, man. Y'all in bondage right now.
Freedom, man. Freedom. So, family, that's Above the Rim episode. What is this? 110?
110.
110, man. Fool's Gold. And we out.